I had always believed that Emily and I shared everything, that there were no secrets between us. 15 years of marriage, 2 kids, and a life built on trust. I thought nothing could shake that foundation. But sometimes, the people you trust the most are the ones who can hurt you in ways you never imagine. It started with a small inconsistency I noticed in our daughter Lily's medical records. A missing vaccination. A date that didn't align with the timeline I remembered. At first, I brushed it off as a clerical error, something minor. But then a pattern emerged. Birth certificates, school forms, even casual conversations. Little gaps. Things Emily seemed to explain too quickly, too casually. My gut tightened with every inconsistency. Something wasn't right, and deep down, I feared I already knew the truth. I decided to dig carefully, without alerting Emily. Every document I could access, every email or message I could trace, I examined quietly. Then I found it, an old set of letters, hidden in a drawer I never thought to check. Handwritten notes between Emily and my mother. At first, I couldn't comprehend it. Why would my own mother be involved in something so personal, something that went straight to the heart of our family? But the words on the paper were unmistakable. They weren't just letters, they were instructions, explanations, and warnings. Emily and my mother had been working together to hide something from me for years. The next few days were a blur of disbelief. I confronted my mother first, cautiously, trying to remain calm. She avoided my gaze at first, then sighed and admitted it. Emily had made a choice 15 years ago that neither of them wanted me to know about. My mother, believing she was protecting me and our family, had covered for her daughter-in-law, keeping the truth carefully hidden. The weight of that revelation made my head spin. How could 2 people I loved and trusted conspire to deceive me for so long? By the time Emily returned home that evening, I had made my decision. I wouldn't react with anger, not yet. I needed clarity, needed to hear it from her directly, and see her face when she realized that the life she had built on deceit could no longer continue unnoticed. When she stepped into the house, smiling as if it were any other evening, I felt the quiet before the storm settle over me. The truth would come out tonight, one way or another. Emily walked in, humming softly, completely unaware of the storm waiting for her. I had set the dining room as though for a casual evening, yet the tension in my shoulders made it impossible to pretend normalcy. I placed the letters carefully on the table where she would see them and waited. Her eyes immediately flicked to the papers, and the first flicker of unease crossed her face. "Emily," I began calmly, my voice steady but carrying an undercurrent of controlled fury. "We need to talk about something that can't wait any longer." She paused, sensing the gravity, her smile fading slightly. I slid the letters toward her. All of this has been hidden from me, for 15 years. Her eyes widened, her lips parted, but no words came. She knew I had uncovered the truth, and there was no excuse that could undo the revelation. I could see her calculating, searching for a way to explain, but my gaze didn't waver. The letters weren't just evidence. They were the story of years of deception, carefully orchestrated with my mother's involvement. Emily tried to speak, her voice trembling. I thought I was protecting you. I didn't want to hurt you." I shook my head slowly, letting the silence amplify the weight of her confession. 15 years. 2 children. Every milestone, every birthday, every parent-teacher meeting, built on a lie she and my mother had created together. The betrayal wasn't just hers. It was a conspiracy of trust broken. A manipulation I never imagined could come from the people I loved most. I felt a surge of anger, but I kept it contained. Explosive confrontation could ruin the moment of truth. I needed her to understand fully, to feel the impact of what she had done. 15 years of my life, I said quietly but firmly. And not once was I allowed to know the truth about my own children. How could you let this happen? Her hands shook as she reached for the letters, but I pulled them back slightly, maintaining control. My mother entered the room at that moment, a silent witness to the confrontation. Guilt and fear etched across her face. The web of lies was unraveling, and there was nowhere for Emily, or my mother, to hide. Every secret, every justification, every rationalization would be laid bare. Tonight, the truth would not just be revealed. It would be confronted in a way neither of them could escape. The moment had arrived. I called in a few close family members, under the pretense of a casual Sunday brunch. Emily had no idea that the people she trusted would witness the revelation of her secret. My mother stood silently nearby, guilt written all over her face, while Emily's panic grew with every passing second. I gestured toward the letters on the table. Emily, these are the communications that have hidden the truth about our children for 15 years. Care to explain? My voice was calm, measured, but there was no mistaking the authority behind it. Her lips quivered, her eyes darting from me to the letters, to my mother, to the people around us. The tension in the room was unbearable, thick and suffocating. Emily's excuses started hesitantly. I thought I was protecting you. I didn't want you to be hurt. It was for the children. Her words sounded hollow, even to herself. My mother tried to intervene, offering fragmented justifications, but the letters spoke louder than any explanation. The evidence of years of secrecy, carefully preserved, could not be undone by apologies or tearful speeches. I let the silence stretch, allowing the weight of betrayal to settle over everyone present. Faces turned, whispers began, disbelief and shock etched across their expressions. The children's lives, the trust we had built, the marriage I had believed in, all compromised by a secret that should never have existed. Emily's composure crumbled under the scrutiny. Her carefully constructed facade shattered in the presence of witnesses. I didn't shout. I didn't demand an apology. I simply stated the truth, letting it resonate in the room. 15 years of deception, hidden with the help of someone I trusted most. This ends now. There is no undoing this. The children deserve honesty, and I will make sure they get it from this moment forward. Emily slumped into a chair, silent, the reality of exposure settling heavily on her shoulders. My mother remained by her side, remorse etched into every line of her face. The letters, once symbols of concealment, now represented liberation, for me, for the children, and for the truth. Trust, once shattered, could not be rebuilt overnight, but the veil of secrecy was finally lifted. And in that moment, I felt the weight of years of deception begin to ease, replaced by the resolve to move forward, armed with the truth and a commitment to honesty that would never again be compromised.